Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, friends. It is Monday.
Monday, the 1st of June.
The 1st of June.
Yes.
Jumanji.
Yes.
First of hurricane season, a bunch of stuff. But I am Yolanda Harper. I am co-founder of Harper Therapy, and I'm here with Dr. G.R. Blanco today. It is Monday, and we are here to just share some thoughts about leadership.
Yes.
When it comes to your relationship. You have some thoughts about this, right?
We have some thoughts. We're calling this Facebook Live Leadership Negotiations in a Relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because with everything that's going on in our community right now with COVID and all the race conversations that are taking place, we have been forced to be at home with our partners, experiencing them in a different way.
Under extreme stress, too. Yeah.
We don't usually spend this amount of time with our partners.
And under this much stress for so long a period of time.
With the work hat on. Because if many of you are doing what we were doing before, working from home, partners are working from home, they have a different hat. They take that off when they get back to us in the evening. So we're seeing a different side of them. With that also comes understanding that we all have very different leadership styles.
Right.
And that's when things get really interesting.
Right. And especially as it is so much more difficult to take off the work leadership hat and put on like the partner hat.
Yes.
And the relationship hat. So
we're going to kind of identify what can be going on at home and how, just a few pointers on how we can start addressing them. So the first one is, usually when we have two leaders in the house, we have to establish who's the boss. It's something innate in us. When you're in a situation, you immediately know, I'm going to be the person that reacts, or I'm going to be the person that's going to stand back and wait until somebody else does something.
Right.
So establishing who's the boss is something that is internal. It's a conversation that can be had with your partner, and that'll go in the little tips afterwards.
Right.
The second one is the power dynamics that we have usually lead to arguments.
Oh, no, you don't say.
Don't say.
I've never noticed that power dynamics lead to arguments.
Ever.
Woo! Yes.
And one of the funny things that we were talking about yesterday at home is that building an IKEA piece of furniture should be a relationship exercise before anybody decides to get together with anybody else.
Or doing a double kayak. Yeah, any of those things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything that requires clear communication and clear leadership. So this is when we find that you can have two leaders in the house. You just have to know when to tag team each other.
Right. That's the key component. Yeah.
So understanding that this power play dynamic leads to arguments, and arguments tend to wound the relationship.
Right.
We don't want to get to that point, but if we do, then we have some tips on how to work with it.
Good.
So the first one is identify your leadership style. We had a Facebook Live before about over-functioners and under-functioners. So this goes along the line of leadership as well. Are you the type of person that kind of takes over and micromanages everything, or are you the type of person that sits back during specific situations? That doesn't mean that the one person that is always kind of taking over is always going to be the leader.
Right. Yeah. And we each, as individuals, what we bring to a relationship is that there are parts in the relationship or parts in our lives that I have a stronger suit and parts that Shaman has a stronger suit. And so learning to kind of ebb and flow and give and take in those areas. Yeah.
And sometimes even having the very direct conversation of, hey, I'm tag teaming you. This is not my area. I have no idea how to address this. So I'm deferring leadership to you today.
That's so important. That happened to us over the weekend. Yeah. We were in Pier 1. And I was trying to come to a decision, and I was just, those decision points that were just so taxed at having to make so many decisions. Yes. And it was not coming. And I had to look at Shaman and say, I need some help right now. I can't make this decision. I know typically I would, but can't do that now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Just knowing when to pass that baton.
Right. Yeah.
That's amazing. Knowing that requires a lot of vulnerability.
It was very vulnerable. Yes. I was like, I don't like this.
A lot of deep breathing.
Yes, yeah.
But also understanding that by doing that, you're not humiliating yourself.
Right.
On the contrary, you are making the relationship stronger because you are humbling and saying, I really can't manage this.
Yeah.
And I know that you can.
Right. And there have been plenty of moments that I've dropped that ball and not responded that way. But
yeah,
I was able to take that breath.
I think I've done that too.
Yeah, maybe
times. The other tip is establishing the tag times and maybe even verbally saying, take care of this. Right. I can't take care of it at this moment. I even don't know how, or I'm not emotionally ready to take care of it. And try to see, the third one would be, try to see your partner's leading process from a place of compassion. There is a part of your partner or of yourself when you're leading your partner that is doing it because you care for them. Right. You either want to make their life easier, you don't want them to worry, you want them to be comfortable, you want them to rest a little extra time. If you view the leadership process from a place of compassion, then you're much better off because you're not going to be reactive to it. You're not going to see it as an attack.
Right. Yeah. Compassion in a place of generosity. Like, I'm making a generous assumption that my partner has the best of intentions.
Exactly.
Yeah, for me, for our relationship.
Imagine yesterday at Pier 1, if he said, have you made the decision?
I know.
That's very different than you saying, I can't make the decision, please take over.
Yeah.
Because there isn't that defensiveness or reactivity.
Exactly.
I love that example. And then I think I want to wrap up just letting people know, and this is an ongoing conversation, but today we wanted to give you like the first few tips. Because there are two strong-headed leaders in the house.
Strong-headed leaders.
Yes. It doesn't mean that it's not going to work.
Right.
It just means we have to look inside of ourselves. We have to understand what our strengths and our flaws are. Our partners will do the same, and then we meet in the middle. That middle ground is where relationships really flourish. That middle ground is where the hope lives. That middle ground is where we grow and we heal as humans, as couples, as parents, and as family.
Well, and it's that common goal that we want the best for our relationship, for each other.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For some really great tips. If you and your partner could benefit from some support in navigating through these leadership dynamics, and who couldn't, give us a call, 813-434-3639. We'd be happy to schedule a free consultation to talk with you about how we could be help. So thanks for watching. Share. And happy Monday.
Take care, everybody.